So what are we looking for? We want dy dx, and I'm going to say this until I'm blue in the face and you're tired of me saying this. X is your variable. That's what we like. But whenever we see a y, we got to say, hey, y is a function, not the variable. So we got to treat it differently. Then we say to ourselves next, I need the derivative left side, but that's a product. It's x times y. So that's just a note. And then there's so much going on here. And this, if this was sine x, it'd be easy. It'd be cosine x. But that's not x, that's a function. So we have sine of box. How do you find sine of box? That's going to be cosine of box. Cosine of box times derivative of box. So right here, we need the derivative of xy. So let me erase a lot of this riffraff here. So we need the derivative of box, which is this, and it's a product rule. So we leave the first alone, which is x, and we take the derivative of the second. But the derivative of y is just dy dx. That's how we define the derivative of y. Plus, we leave the second alone, take the derivative of the first, that's just 1. So that's the derivative of the left side. The right side's easy. Derivative of x is 1. I don't even know why I put the parenthesis there. Don't need it. And the derivative of y, by definition, is dy dx. We're almost home free. We want anything with the dy dx on one side and anything without on the other. But the problem is this is stuck inside the parentheses. You have to know how to set it free. You set it free by distributing. So we will distribute. We're going to get x cos xy dy dx. That comes from that. Now we're going to distribute these two, and that will get us plus y cos xy. On the right side, everything is fine. So I have a dy dx there. This one, I want to get to that side by subtracting from both sides. And this doesn't have a dy dx. I'm going to subtract that from both sides and get it over there. So now we have x cos xy dy dx minus dy dx and 1 minus y cos xy. So once again, I subtract this from both sides. And those cancel. So we end up with a 1 minus that. That's where that comes from. And then I subtract that from both sides. So that disappears and we minus it from there. Now we have our dy dx's together. We factor that out. We get that minus 1. Don't forget the minus 1, because when you distribute that, you have to get that. You can't forget the minus 1. And I'm going to use the power of digital to do the final step. To get this by itself, I have to divide by that. So I'm going to divide both sides by that. Watch this. dy dx is, watch this. This is so cool. Copy, paste. Watch this. Copy, paste. Bam-o. Dunno.